Before men counted years. Before land was measured by rope and stick. The earth itself carried memory like blood. In those days, nothing spoken ever truly disappeared. At the meeting point of savanna and forest, where morning mist clung to grass like old secrets, stood a stone older than footsteps. The elders called it Nkume Ncheta, the stone that remembered names. It did not watch. It did not judge. It remembered. The stone was the land's law. Once every season, the people gathered before it in silence. No drums. No chants. Each person stepped forward alone. A palm pressed against cold stone. A name spoken into the air. If your heart was straight, nothing happened. But if you had broken a promise, to a person, to the land, or to the ancestors, the stone whispered your name back. Not loudly, but enough to follow you into sleep. Those whose names were returned suffered quietly. Their shadows felt heavier. Their dreams thinner. And so the people learned. Words were seeds. Promises were roots. Among them lived a boy named Ike. Ike did not rush his steps. He did not speak quickly. While others learned how to hunt, Ike learned how to listen. He listened to elders whose voices cracked like dry earth. He listened to women who spoke with their hands and paused before truth. He listened to silence. At night, when the village slept and the moon climbed like a watcher, Ike sat where the stone could see him. He never touched it. He never spoke his name. Yet he felt seen. On a night when the stars hid behind clouds, the world grew still. No insects. No wind. Even Ike's breath sounded too loud. Then the stone exhaled. Not as rock breaking, but as something old growing tired. The people speak too much, it said, and remember too little. Ike trembled but remained. What have we forgotten? He asked. Why promises were born? Why names were sacred? Why the earth was never owned? The ground warmed beneath Ike's feet. Then the night returned its noise. And the stone was silent once more. Beyond the village stood a forest no axe had tasted. It was where the first ancestors were buried. Where marriages were blessed. Where blood oaths were sworn under moonlight. But hunger crept into the village. Traders came with shiny words and heavy bags. The elders debated beneath the sun. And for the first time, they did not consult the stone. They called it survival. The first tree fell at dawn. The earth groaned. That night, Nkume Ncheta shattered the silence. It did not whisper. It called. Names poured out like rain. Names of elders. Names of leaders. Names spoken with fear behind closed doors. Children cried in their sleep. Fires refused to burn steady. The river pulled away from its banks. The people gathered in terror. They turned to Ike. You hear what others ignore, they said. Ask the stone how to heal us. Ike stood before the stone at dawn. What must be done? He asked. The stone answered slowly. What was broken was not wood, but trust. Return truth to where it was stolen. Ike was told to go alone. No food. No weapon. Only memory. For 7 days, Ike walked through the wounded forest. He touched stumps that bled sap like tears. He spoke names of ancestors long ignored. He confessed the village's fear out loud. Each night, dreams found him. Ancestors stood without anger. Remembering is heavier than forgetting, they said. Will you carry it? Ike said yes. Each time. On the 7th night, Ike buried his own name in the soil. I will live carefully, he said. So the earth does not have to speak again. The forest breathed. When Ike returned, the people changed. They rebuilt boundaries. They planted more than they took. They spoke less, but meant more. Nkume Ncheta never spoke again. Not because it lost its voice, but because the people remembered. When the earth is silent, it is listening. When it speaks, it is because we forgot.